What? Over here? I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out.
Hello Boglin Watchers, it's me, your #1 Boglin boy, Jim Sterling, with the Halloween special of Boglinwatch. Even though it's November. Anyway, last year we did Blobkin, the pumpkin-themed Boglin, and even though it's November, we're still going to do a Halloween special. You can tell because I've got my Maniac Cop 2 shirt on, and that's the clue that it's Halloween. So, even though it's November... No, turn off now. It was too hot inside the pumpkin. Anyway, let's look at Bog O Bones, the other Halloween one. So, back in the 80s, the Boglin line had some Halloween Boglins. These were essentially recoloured versions of the three main large Boglins. Well, two of them anyway. Dwark, the one in the middle, my least favourite one, never got a Halloween variant, funnily enough. I don't know what he could have been, maybe a ghost, although that would have been predominantly white as well. And that's what we've got here. Very hard to find in any sort of decent condition because of its white colouring, which means it picks up a lot of dirt, which children are, you know, they're associated with filth, scum, rank, swamp, slime. Last year I made it an important life goal to get a Bog O Bones in time for the next Halloween after we did our Blobkin episode, and I'm thrilled to say that I found a fairly decent quality offering. It's rather clean, free of the muck and filth and grime that babies are associated with. Again, as with the last time, you can see Halloween packaging on it. They sort of changed a few things. It says creepy Halloween creatures that come alive in your hands instead of the more traditional outrageous creatures, because these are creepy and they're Halloween themed. They got black bars instead of grey, a black box instead of brown that they normally use for the Boglins, or used because this was in the 80s, and as you can see, a skeleton is inside. You might not know this if you are a younger audience member watching one of the filthy children, but you might not know that the skeleton is considered by scientists to be the spookiest organ in the human body, on account of the fact that it looks like a skeleton. So let's let Bog O Bones out. Oh god, this is so frightening. I'm very frightened right now. Anything could happen. Literally anything. Something really scary might happen. We might get attacked, or there might be a jump scare at the camera. But it is just me alone in the office, so none of that's going to happen. Let's take the Boglin out, shall we? Bog O Bones. Drink it in. Admire it in all its rubbery goodness. While Blobkin was a recoloured variant of a Vlob, we see here Bog O Bones is a recoloured variant of Plunk. Now, Tim Clark seems to love the Halloween Boglins, and he worked on Dark Crystal, so he knows what he's talking about. He's done a couple of different versions of Blobkin and Bog O Bones since he started making new Boglins, but, you know, there's something to be said for the originals, and here he is. So we've got the white rubber with black paint on the arms and on the nose and mouth, around the eyes, to try and give him a skeletal appearance. And, you know, he doesn't look like an actual Boglin's skeleton, which would be too frightening. Like, I literally just urinated thinking about it, just a little bit. Like a tiny, not even a thimble full. of urine. My version's got some dirt on the tail, a little bit of filth encrusted around the edges here and there, but in terms of the ones I've seen, the Bog O Bones that I've seen for sale, this is among the cleanest, and I like my Boglins cleansed. They should always be cleansed. Clean of sin. The one unfortunate part of this Bog O Bones, who has some fucking cat hair stuck to him, that goddamn cat! The one unfortunate thing with Bog O Bones is one of the eyelid tabs that supposedly make the eyes wink, even though they never really worked. One of those are missing inside, and I didn't know when I bought it. And I'm very particular about whether or not these Boglins are fully intact. So this one does have some damage inside, which wouldn't bother normal people, but a Boglin watcher such as myself, a higher class of person, a better person, is a little bit offended, a little bit upset, and if I ever find another Bog O Bones of this cleanliness in a more intact fashion, I'll be replacing and upgrading. Mouth gets very dry with the masks and the lights and the narcotic. I love Halloween. I like pumpkins, I like skeletons, and I'm glad that we have pumpkins and skeletons for Boglins. Where's Blobkin? Here he is. Let me just try and get him. There we go. No, hang on. One-handed, getting to sit on my fist. No. One-handed, getting to sit in my hand. Come on, one-handed. Boink, boink. Whoa-hey! Boglins. A Halloween treat for all concerned. I guess that's it. Bog O Bones. Yeah, that should get me, 20,000 views.